Hey guys, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I've got a quick preface to this video. So if you look at the Fimi X8 here, you will see one thing missing, and that is the left front prop here. So I had a disastrous flight today. The drone crashed, the prop disintegrated. So first flight with this bird, I just wanted to get that out to begin with. Hey everyone, I interrupted that introduction because while reviewing this video after I had it all completed, I looked at that picture and I saw the missing stud on the brand new prop on the Fimi X8. So that's clearly what caused the problem and what caused the crash. That prop flew off mid-flight there. It's amazing that it stayed on as long as it did. I wish I had spotted that before I took off, obviously, but it's clearly a manufacturing defect. You know, the funny thing about it is, because it was the first time I had flown the Fimi X8, I double and triple checked my installation on the props. But clearly I missed that stud being missing, or perhaps it fell out while I was handling the drone. I don't really know. But I can say that it was a brand new prop, and that shouldn't have happened. So in any case, I'm going to let you just watch the rest of the video. You'll see me making commentary about speculating about what caused the crash. Well, I didn't know at that time, but now we know. Thank you. Hey drone enthusiasts, and of course a shout out to all my friends at the Drone Seekers. Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I'm back out at Heroes Park today. It is Sunday, May 5th. It is, yeah, Cinco de Mayo. As promised, I'm going to get the Fimi X8 SE up in the air today. I've done all the updates. Looks like my screen recording stopped, so I'll have to start that over again. But I've done all my updates, and we're just going to get this thing up in the air, and we probably won't get too carried away. We'll try some rudimentary things, try and get some good samples of video. The reason I like to do the first flight here is everybody's familiar with it, plus it's wide open, and you can kind of compare it with some of the other drones that I fly. So in any case, without further ado, let's get this thing in the air. Okie dokie, I got the drone on, and I turned on the controller. So let's see if we can enter device here. Got bright sunshine today, and it's pretty warm too. Yeah, so there we got a picture. I'm going to get a little bit in the shade so we can see this. Hopefully the microphone's still picking this up. Yeah, so it's finding satellites. System is preparing. We got 18 satellites ready to go, GPS. So I am going to start video, and we are 4K 30 frames per second. Let's do an auto takeoff. Yeah, so it took off. It went about 4 meters high. So let's bring it down and we'll get a good look at it. Very smooth takeoff. None of the drop and so forth that we're used to with some other unnamed drones. The Hubsan. Although to be perfectly fair, the Hubsan is, so there it is, you know, I'm going to tilt the camera down a little bit. The drone is sinking just a little bit on its own right now. Let's bring it back up. So there, I'm going to take a look, make sure you're getting a good look at the drone. Yeah, that's a pretty good picture. So there she is. Let's yaw around here real quick. Boy, really, you know, we complain about the sensitive sticks on the Hubsan Xeno. That was a very smooth yaw, and that's the first time I've yawed the drone. So anyway, we'll turn it back around here. Let's just do that good old classic pull away shot. Okay, backwards and up now. Ooh, well, that didn't turn out well. Hopefully you got that. We got that on camera. I don't know what happened, but it looked like a prop caught or something, and it crashed. So this is not good. Okay, guys. Believe it or not, the drone is in relatively decent shape, but what it looks like is a prop just disintegrated. So I'm gonna see if I can show this to you. Hopefully that we're focusing on that. Try to get out of the way here, so hopefully it's focusing on that. So you can see the prop, and I triple checked the installation of the props before I took off. It's the first time I'd done it on this drone. Wanted to make sure that they were attached correctly, and let me show you. I'm going to put this down so I can show you the other piece to the prop. But by the way, let's look at the drone itself. I don't see, it was, the one arm was folded up, but believe it or not, the drone hardly has a scratch on it. But I guess I'm still kind of coming to grips with this. This really shows me why it's important to fly in open spaces and not over the top of people, because anything can happen anytime. If I look like I'm shaken up, I'm shaken up. I've never had anything like this happen with a drone before, and had this fallen on somebody, you know, it wouldn't have been a happy time. So just throwing that out there. So anyway, let me give me just a second to gather myself, and I'm going to take this other piece of this prop out here. And by the way, there's part of the prop that I couldn't find, so I'm going to go back out there and look for it. But yeah, give me just a second. So I'm going to get out of the way of the camera, so hopefully it'll focus on this and you can see where that's broken. And you can see here where it broke off of that piece. What I can't find is the other prop that goes on here. So did the other prop break off and then it caused this? Did this one break off when the arm folded? I suspect that's what happened. I'm thinking that this prop went flying off, and that's what sent the drone spiraling down. So I'm going to walk out there and see what I can find. You know, I have the Parrot Anafi with me today. I was going to fly that too, but I'm just not in the mood to fly right now. It's going to take some time to kind of settle down and get this figured out, because this is the kind of thing that is just should never happen with a drone. and it's clearly a manufacturing defect. So yeah, it's not good, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to have confidence in the Fimi X8. So I bought it from Banggood, and of course I'll be in touch with them, and fortunately I have some good video here, and we'll see what they have to say. But you know, it's at this point with this kind of a failure, I would not recommend that drone to anybody. And if you own one now, I'm not sure I would fly it, I'll be honest with you. If you do, make sure you're out someplace where it's not going to affect anybody or hurt anything. So anyway, I'm going to shut off the camera now, and I'm going to go out there and see if I can find the other piece to this prop. Okay guys, I found the other piece of the prop, although the rivet or whatever it is in the center there is gone. So I suspect that's probably what failed, and I'm willing to bet that the other piece broke as it hit the ground and the arm folded in against the drone. That's just my theory. How the heck would I know, really? But that I think is what happened. So you know, I just need to have some time to figure this out, and you know, it's just really disturbing to me. One of the things that happened while I was out there looking for this, and it's a miracle that I found it, there are a couple of individuals that are out there practicing with soccer ball, and I think about, you know, what if that drone had fallen while they were out there? Of course I wouldn't have been flying over the top of them like any of you would, but it's disturbing that this is even possible. And yeah, anyway, if you've got a Fimi X8 right now, I would definitely closely inspect your props at the very minimum before you fly. Maybe even consider not flying it. This is not I've never had this happen with a drone before. I've never had a drone fall from the sky like that. So, you know, people complain about the Hubsan Xeno. Well, I can tell you, the Xeno has never fallen from the sky like this drone did to me today. And by all rights, this looks like, you know, it's a fairly sophisticated drone. But to have this kind of defect in workmanship, to me, on a product like this, is unforgivable. And this drone is probably twice as heavy as the Xeno. So, you know, it's safe to say at this point I'm not a big fan of the Fimi X8 SE. And I'm going to go home and think about this for a while, and then I'll add a conclusion to this video. Just wanted to get these thoughts out while they were fresh in my mind.